Hi guys, Lee Brett here, the APA. Today we're going to cover the eye pattern. I'm going to explain a few of the different eye patterns that some of the players actually have, and the main cause of why players actually jump up and don't stay down on the shot is caused by your actual eye pattern being off. So I have here in my folder, like I said, you're going to be able to see this in one of my blogs on poolplayers.com, so you'll be able to read a little bit more depth and a little bit more detail of how it goes. 3 different types of eye pattern I'm going to explain for you right now, so I'm going to go over some stuff. I like to stand behind the ball, and when I'm lining up behind the shot, my eyes are looking down the shot line. I'm going to come in behind the cue ball. My eyes are going to look at the cue ball to start with, where I'm addressing the cue ball, and then my eyes are going to switch to the object ball, and I'm going to keep them there. I like to call this good eye pattern, where your eyes is focused on your target. Some players are actually going to come in and go, your eyes are going to be on the cue ball, and then you're going to start doing your pre-strokes. Their eyes are going to switch to the object ball, cue ball, object ball, and they're going to flick like this, back and forwards. Now, this is okay as long as when you're about to pause to shoot, you get your eyes to your target, and then you keep them there, and then you're going to shoot. One of the biggest problems players have when they start jumping up is their eyes are on the cue ball, they look at the object ball, cue ball, and then as they go to shoot, they go like this. And their eyes will pick your head up, and then your whole body's going to come up out of the shot. So I'm just going to shoot a shot over here in this direction for you. So looking behind the shot line, come in, eyes on the cue ball, see my eyes go up, keep them there, and I'm going to shoot. Now, here's I'm going to show you some of the other different styles that we do. So we're going to have cue ball, object ball, cue ball, object ball. I'm going to try and hold my eyes on the object ball, and then we're going to shoot. So it might be a little bit awkward for me because this is not my natural rhythm, the way I shoot as well. So they come in like this, cue ball, they're doing this. You see their eyes lifting up and down. And then they're going to go stop, and then pick their eyes up, and then they're going to go and shoot. Now, this is one of the players where I say this is where they have their bad eye pattern. You'll see it, and I'll explain in a second about, I call it 10-90, 90-10, where the further the balls get away is where your eyes normally are looking and how your eyes break down, and we've got to find the distance. We'll explain that in a second. I'm just going to show you the last player. So the last player, this is the one that has the most problem with their eye pattern. The last player that I showed, I like to say that's okay eye pattern. Sometimes you'll find the player just jumping up a little bit because they didn't give themselves enough time looking at the object ball to keep their eyes on their focus and get the shot in. So these are the players that you see that are really struggle, where they're doing this, and then they go down, and then you'll see them like this, really struggling, and all of a sudden they'll be like here, and then they'll go, and their whole head jumps up. They're not even looking where they're aiming, and they wonder why they missed the ball. And you'll find that if you're shooting a ball and we're nice and close, really easy, your eyes are like 90% here on the object ball, 10% on the cue ball. Now, the further I start moving these balls away from each other like this, your eyes will eventually be 50% here, 50% here, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, until all of a sudden it's now 60% here, 40% here, 70-30, till eventually we're further away, and now your eyes are 90% here and 10% here. Now, when they're close, it's the other way around. So what you have to learn to teach yourself is keep your same rhythm, but make sure you're going to get your eyes on your target when you're going to shoot this long shot. Come in, eyes are on the cue ball, get them on the object ball and keep them there. Also, I want to explain about your head position. A lot of players, it's like having a security light outside in the garden. If you don't tilt it in a certain angle, it's not going to cover position. If it's like this, it's focused here, which is like your cue ball, and your object ball's over here. And you can literally see people's heads going because of their tilt position, security light, instead of tilting it more like this. So now we can look through our peripheral vision, a bit like you see in Hollywood on the movies where they might be focused on the person close up, and then it'll switch to camera 2 and you can see this person, and now it's looking at the person in the distance, and we're using our peripheral vision to look right through the shot line. So we want to make sure that you're getting your eyes to look at where we're looking at the object ball, to keep and maybe film yourself, or change your head position so you're not tilting down so much, so we're actually looking through the ball a little bit more. Like I said, you'll be able to read a little bit more about this on a future blog that I'm going to do on poolplayers.com. And And if you tune in next time, video number 10, I'm going to talk a little bit about the mental game and how it affects your brain on, brain off, and just a few thoughts that go through your head and how we can learn to help ourselves to have positivity instead of having the negative thoughts going to affect us to shoot. Thanks for tuning in.